I had an interesting relationship with The Simpsons growing up. I rarely watched the actual TV show, but there were two pieces of Simpsons media that I heavily consumed, those being The Simpsons movie and The Simpsons Hit and Run. The Simpsons What the f was that? The Simpsons movie may very well be a topic for another time, but today I'm talking about, personally, one of my favorite video games of all time. This game came out in 2003 and I've been playing it on my GameCube for as long as I can remember, but I do have a confession to make. In the 15 to 20 years that I have had access to this game, I've never beaten it. I know what you're thinking. Zach, you're 23, 15 to 20 years ago puts you into 3 to 8 age range, and this game is rated T for teen. What's going on here? I'm just gonna have to thank my dad for that one. You also may be thinking, what was stopping you from beating the game? The last level was really hard. I remember from my childhood, this being one of the hardest things that I've ever had to do in a video game, even harder than this one level in Frogger that I swear was like one of the first levels in the game, but I could never get past it, so I just never played any of that game. Today, we're gonna find out if this level was actually as hard as I remember it being, or if I was just being a big old bubble blowing double baby. But to get to the last level of the video game, you've gotta beat all the levels before that, which makes this video a lot harder for me to make. So, without further ado, I present to you finally beating The Simpsons Hit and Run. I hope you enjoy.
I am evil Homer! I am evil Homer!
The first level you play as Homer in just like regular Springfield, I guess. I don't really know what else you'd call it. The house is there, the school is there, the power plant is there, you know, standard Simpsons stuff.
Simpsons stuff.
It's been a while since I've touched this game at all, which I am playing legit, by the way. Same copy I had since I was a kid because I am a nostalgic run hoarder. I'm honestly surprised at how well this game aged control-wise, because as much as I love to go back and play old games, this like early-ish stage of 3D just does not always hit for me. This honestly does not feel bad. You could say the GameCube and PS2 is where 3D gaming really started to get its stride, but that definitely doesn't mean this game is without its flaws. You can't control the camera with the C stick. C meaning camera, I think. Unless that's just like an urban legend, but I'm pretty sure that's what C on the C stick means, which actually wasn't very common back then. Not all games let you do that, but it wasn't always perfect. One thing that really annoyed me was there were just like sometimes these like predetermined spots that they just decided the camera would be in like a fixed position, and it would just change in the middle of like you platforming or jumping, which was really annoying. Why? That's just the worst place to change a camera. Oh, you got double jump. Oh, that's so screwed up, bro. I also had to invert the camera. I'm just glad there was an option for that, but that wasn't a big deal since I was able to do that. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt though, because otherwise it controls actually really well, and it took almost zero time to get used to. The missions are pretty standard. There's a lot of racing, a lot of like collect the thing that the car you're chasing is dropping, things of that nature. There's really not a lot of platforming in the main missions of the game. Mostly the only time you'll be doing platforming is if you want to get like the collectible cards, the buzz cards they call them, that are usually in places that you have to like jump from thing to get to. So if you want to beat the game, you're gonna have to get pretty good at driving, because that's what you're gonna be doing for 95% of the time. This level was really easy. It only took me like 30 minutes to beat, and that's on top of the time that I spent just roaming around not doing the actual missions. There was one mission I did actually fail, but that's just because I was playing terribly. This level is very, very forgiving. I'm trying to play it safe because, oh no, 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 oh, you screwed screwed me! You freaking screwed me! No! It was so easy, in fact. I thought for a second I was gonna have to like change the narrative or even the entire topic of this video because I thought I was just gonna breeze through the game and not have any issues. But you know, hindsight is 20/20, and by that I mean this game really pissed me off sometimes. I'm about to lose him. I'm about to lose him. I'm about to lose him, bro. I'm about to lose him.
This sucks. I'm out of here. Breaker, this is Bart Simpson requesting one pimp ride ASAP.
Level 2, just so we're all clear, when I say level, I mean like each individual world, like Homer, Bart, Lisa, etc. And then when I say mission, I mean each little thing inside each level. Kicks off with Bart in what I would call downtown Springfield. Moe's, the town hall, the DMV, stuff like that. Each character has their own like main vehicle that they start out with that they travel in, and Bart has this sick rocket car, so that's pretty cool. Good. I love Bart, dude. Dude, Bart with the rocket car? Come on, bro. That's so sick. And you can unlock other cars with coins that you collect during the gameplay. The cars do have different stats, but you can get by pretty easily without using any other car other than the one that you start out with, unless a mission calls for you to buy a different one specifically, which is something they usually just give you to have you do, but I'll touch on that more later. Other than that though, this level is just more of the same. There was this funny moment that I forgot. I was just in the middle of a mission. Oh yeah, you have to get on the oh my gosh, I'm in a mission? I didn't know that. Whoops. Okay, I swear there was not a timer there before. I failed another mission, but this time I feel like it was more because of the game was BS than me sucking. See, this game loves to give you this mission where you have to get away from a car that's chasing you. And they give you this nice little meter at the top that kind of shows you like how far away from the car you're getting. So in theory, the farther away you get from the car, the more the meter should go down. But I swear sometimes that's just not how it works. The last mission was to just drive around and destroy 4 of these cell phone cars, like in a row, and I think that kind of sums up how repetitive this game can be. But at least make the number of cars you have to destroy like 3 or 5, not a weird number like 4. The level ends with this weird cutscene. They opted for 3D models in this game, even for the cutscenes, which was a bold choice because they don't look amazing. I don't think it really would have broken the immersion to like 2D animate the cutscenes and have it look like the show, but obviously I don't know what the logistics are behind that or were behind that, and it's not that big of a deal. Funnily enough though, when I was doing research for this video, I found out that is what they did for the Simpsons game, which is a game that came out for like Xbox 360, PS3 and stuff, which now that I think about, I've never actually played that game. Unless you count the DS version, but I don't think you can ever count the DS version.
I blame white males for keeping me down.
Level 3, you play as Lisa in like the Bay area of Springfield, housing the comic book shop, the bowling alley, the pier, the boardwalk, I guess. If you haven't caught on yet, each level you play as a different Simpson or Apu, which I thought was kind of strange and completely forgot about. Is it Bart again? No, it's Apu! I completely forgot that you played as Apu in one of the levels. Does he really need to be here? Not really, but I guess they just needed an extra character and they couldn't use Maggie because that wouldn't have made any sense. But I guess Apu is kind of a part of the story. Oh yeah, the story. Let me catch you up. The plot mostly revolves around these strange occurrences happening around Springfield, like these wasps with cameras built into them and these surveillance vans driving around. And so obviously the Simpsons, being their video game, investigate. Homer doesn't really do much. He follows a van, I guess. That's one of the missions you have to do. Bart is mostly just doing fetch quests for people. Like, get this thing for this person because this person needs this thing for this person. Actually, what am I saying? Most of these missions for any of these people are fetch quests. Oh, so it's like each person needs something else from someone else. I get it. He has to follow a van around too. but then he ends up getting abducted by aliens at the end of his level. So that brings us to Lisa, who's basically just trying to figure out what happened to Bart. Just a couple other little things that happened. I decided to switch it up and I bought the Lisa Cool outfit. Dude, this is what I miss about games when you don't need to pay real money to get skins in the game. You just gotta pay in-game money. And just take a second to listen to this music. No, this Lisa's music for her level goes hard. Just sit and listen for a second. Oh. I also got my first hit and run. You've probably been wondering why the game's called The Simpsons Hit and Run. Well, here you go. Basically, the more you cause a ruckus by like hitting people and running into things and crashing into other cars, this meter fills up. If the meter fills up all the way, you get a hit and run. The cops start chasing you and it really just makes your life and goal of completing whatever you're doing a living hell. The regular NPCs do enough just driving about their life to stop you from doing a mission, let alone cars that are actively seeking out to stop you. And that's just the thing. Getting a hit and run doesn't automatically stop you from doing a mission. It just makes it that much harder to finish the mission. And the only actual consequence if they catch you is you just lose 50 coins. So it raises a question, instead of just wasting my time on the lamb, would it be better to just turn myself in and take the fine? It might not save time, but it would probably save my mental health. No, it's because he jumped in front of me. He jumped in front of me, bro. Dude, if these... Nope, I'm busted. God dang, I have 30 seconds, bro! At this point, I think my SD card was full on my camera, so I just gave up for the night. Although I did learn how light works when I came back because you can actually see my face now. And as it turns out, when I came back, there was only one mission left. And Lisa found Bart, and he talks all silly.
I found you! Power walking is good for my cottage cheese thighs.
Level 4, you play as Marge in the same setting as Homer from the first level. So here's the thing, there's 7 levels in this game, but only 3 different maps, which sounds like it could be a little repetitive, but I think they do a fine enough job at changing things up so it doesn't feel like you're playing the same map. The levels are actually designed really well. They all have their own like little shortcuts you can figure out, and then each character, even if it's in the same setting as a different one, I'm pretty sure their collectible cards are in different locations. And they do change the maps a little bit between characters, like an area that's blocked off in Homer's level is available in Marge's level, like Mr. Burns' backyard, and it's nighttime, so it's different. What is repetitive though is the missions, because gosh dang it, at this point it's all race or follow or collect. I played a side mission just because I was curious, and all I got was an unlock of a car for a different game mode in this game. So I actually lied. The car you get for completing this mission is for the actual game. It's just another car you can choose to drive around. I think what I was talking about was a later side race that I did that you unlock a car for the bonus game. I think I was just very adamant on the fact that I wanted to trash on this game mode. I think this game mode was just a cheap way to claim that this game was multiplayer. I don't think anybody ever played this. And by anybody, I mean I never did, so that means nobody else did either. It was nice and nostalgic to play this game sitting on the floor 4 feet away from the TV like you did when you were a kid. But yeah, my back was killing me at this point. Bless me. I think there's a card up there. There might be in Homer's level if there's a card up there. Dude, my back is killing me. I kind of forgot to pay attention to the story at a couple points. There's something about crop circles, and Marge has to find pills for Grandpa because he knows something about the crop circles. And the crop circles are shaped like Buzz Cola's logo, which is a cola that Homer was getting advertised at the beginning of the game that he went to the store to go buy. So somehow, like, all these things are connected. Ooh. I just noticed my microphone matches my shirt. Isn't that cute?
Collecting useless things makes me feel like a true American.
Next, you play as a Pooh, and I'm pretty sure this is the longest out of the entire game a level took me to finish. And it really only is because sometimes this game just gives you a mission to buy a car or clothes just for the sake of it. See, about 20 minutes in, I needed to buy a disguise for the sake of the story, whatever was happening at that point. So I had to buy a Pooh's American clothes, which was like 425 coins. The only problem is I only had 13 coins. This was after I had to buy Homer's custom built car, or car built for Homer. I'm not sure why they're named two different things. I had to do this like 10 minutes earlier, and the car was 500 coins. And like, at least that makes a little bit of sense. Like, it's still busy work, but at least the cars have different stats. Like, some of them are stronger, so they withstand damage better, and some of them are faster, so they might help you race a car faster. The clothes there are purely aesthetic and are only there if you're feeling a little silly and want to shake things up like I did in the third level. But at least before, I was at 473 coins, so I was basically there. Now, it's gonna take me so long to grind for all these coins. So I kept the camera rolling, got well over the amount of coins that I needed, bought the car that I needed for the mission, and carried on with my night. But then of course I hit the aforementioned speed bump where I had to buy the American clothes, and I just kinda needed a break from the monotony of this damn game. This game has side races you can do on top of the side missions that I mentioned, so I did this one race, which I crushed, by the way.
Oh, fudge you, Bart. He is so far behind. I'm about to lap this guy, though. That's crazy. No one's ever done that in the history of this game. Now I bet someone has. Oh, Bart. Drift to finish it out? Drift to finish it out? And it just stops.
And I thought maybe I would get some coins or something, but no, I didn't get diddly.
Did I not get any coins for that?
So what did I do? I joined a wager race that this game also has. And I think I'm just gonna show you what happened.
God, it's like they just make it so much harder by putting other people on the road. Is that it? Oh my God. Did I get it? No, it's still going. It's still going. I thought that was it because...
I cannot watch such a display of failure.
So yeah, I grinded off camera, somehow got all 7 collectible cards, bought the stupid outfit, failed 2 more missions.
That sucks, dude. That sucks. Am I gonna have to do that from the beginning?
Then I beat the stupid level. And I guess this is where the characters find out that there are aliens behind everything. Because there's aliens behind everything.
Oh, my butt hurts.
Onto Bart 2, where you are again in the docks area where we played as Lisa before. This one caused me some trouble. That's basically all I remember, is this level taking a significant jump in difficulty, causing me actual rage and stress.
Great, that's f***ing amazing, dude!
Come on, just a few more seconds.
The difficulty balance just seems way off. Like, most of the missions up until this point haven't been that bad, but now the second level of this game, you have to follow Dr. Frink around basically on a wild goose chase. And it took me 4 tries to finish, and I only did because I learned the pattern that he was taking. So instead of like just following him in loops and risking running into things and slowing down, I could just stop at a point knowing where he was going to be. As for the story, I couldn't tell you. There's a super dope expensive card that I bought just because I could, because I found this nook with basically a shiz ton of coins in it.
Holy moly, it is a treasure trove back here. Should I buy the super fast car?
But I actually needed it for the next mission anyway, so when they told me I needed it, I was like, screw you, I'm ahead of your little game. The mission you do need it for, and the one after that, might be the hardest in the game, bar anything in the last level, and there's really no need for it. Everything that's stopping you is basically just the game telling you to go flip yourself. You have to drive through this crowded dock twice, which is basically impossible to maneuver without filling up your meter and getting a hit and run, which then severely debilitates your ability. Debilitates your ability? Does that make sense? It basically then makes it that much more impossible to finish the stupid mission. But after 5 tries...
It's right there, it's...
Boring.
I'm gonna get another hit and run, dude! I am so close. No way, it's impossible. It is impossible. Yep. 4, 3, yep, no.
I was this close.
I basically threw it away. You know what? We're restarting. There's not even a point.
Take that.
Dude, 50 seconds? Dude, I'm so close. I am so close every single time, bro.
I finally do it, basically because this time I decided to take this little shortcut on the dock.
Oh my god, I can't even celebrate because the cops are on me.
So cool.
I'm not even going to show you this next mission because at this point I was a little upset.
Wow, who knew I'd be in a worse position than if I tried my stupid little shortcut? Dude, come on! How many times is that gonna happen, bro?
So you're just going to have to take my word for it. The only reason I beat it is because the computer kind of screwed himself at one point, and I think the game actually glitched because I went the wrong way, but I circled like back around to the finish line, and you can clearly see the other car is there, but it still gave me the pass. But I was not going to complain.
Piece of cake. Cake.
Ladies and gentlemen, and all in between, I present to you the final level. Not to interrupt again, I just want you to take a long, hard look at what this level looks like when you first join it. Here, I'll even get rid of the black and white, and I'll remove my face and the stupid little pause button I have in the corner. And just keep that in your mind for later. Okay, let's go. Which I think we can all agree is one of the sickest designs in all of video gaming history. It's Halloween themed. I mean, come on. And to top it all off, a UFO in the back of the school, which actually plays a huge part in the story and the later missions, which you'll soon find out why. And I didn't really connect the dots when I was a kid why it was horror themed. It felt actually pretty random at the time, but now, being older, it's actually pretty obvious that it's because of the Treehouse of Horror episodes, where Kang and Kodos, I think it's Kodos, were first introduced into the series. And yeah, they're in this game too. I don't know if I've talked about them specifically. They're the ones sending like the cameras down to watch The Simpsons. They basically are making a reality show like of humans for the other aliens to watch. I'm not basically, that's the plot of this game. And surprise, surprise, I have to buy a car for this mission. I parkoured all the way up to Mr. Burns' office because I remembered it being a thing, but then when I got to the top, there was only a card up there, so I was kind of confused because I remember it being like more special. But what I didn't remember was I was going to have to go up there anyway for a mission, so I just kind of wasted my time and had to do it again.
Oh my god.
Are you kidding me, dude? Climb up the wreckage? You mean like what I just did?
The next mission is kind of the beginning of the end, and I don't want to harp on the developers too much because I really do love this game, but towards the end it kind of feels like they just threw in the towel. I say this because the last 4 missions are the exact same thing. Just drive from the power plant to the playground, which are across the map from each other. Even the last 3 missions are just called the same thing, Alien Autopsy, parts 1, 2, and 3. And yes, I know it's autopsy, but it's literally called autopsy because you drive the car into the tractor beam. I'm not stupid, I promise. And for each one, they make you drive a specific car. And for the last one of the entire game, you have to drive in Grandpa's car, which is possibly the worst handling car in video game history. And yeah, they're frustrating.
How is that even possible? And my car is already smoking, and I get a hit or run.
So frustrating that I just decided to take a little break. No big deal. I'll just log off, take a couple days, and like an injured athlete posting on Instagram, I'll come back stronger.
Shake off the nerves. So it's Halloween. I didn't notice that. It's almost Halloween in real life too. That probably dates this video so bad.
Dad, the zombies are on the way.
Huh? Piece of cake.
What? What happened? What happened? I don't understand. What happened? How could I have not saved? How could I have not saved? I literally have the footage. You can probably see me saving.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's why I was wrong. You see, for whatever reason, in my silent rage, I quit the game. But from what I've put together is where I was in the game was like this weird limbo. I was in the middle of a mission, but my car just blew up. So you see when I pause, the options to restart and cancel the mission are grayed out. But if you have a keen eye, you would also notice the lack of a save button. Not even grayed out, just not there at all. Why? I don't know. For some reason, in this particular moment in-game, it did not ask me if I wanted to save when I quit. So the hour or so that I spent doing this entire last level was gone, and I had to come to terms with the fact that I was gonna have to do this entire level over again. So that's what I did. And as I was doing it, I was basically just thinking about how much I wanted to kiss on the mouth whoever invented autosave. So now that I've redone the entire last level, let me explain to you what the last mission of the game is all about.
Okay, I think I'm back to where I was.
You must drive, nay, race across the entire map against this black car that they call an alien car. Is there an alien driving the car? Is it just someone being brainwashed by the aliens? I don't know. You can't see it in the windows. Once you beat him to the power plant, you have to grab the toxic waste that's sitting in the power plant. Mind you, if you hit something too hard, you don't only risk your car exploding, you risk the toxic waste exploding as well. If it does explode, then you have to drive all the way back on a time limit to grab another toxic waste.
I screwed it up, and now I only have a minute to go back, and my f***ing car is on fire.
So you have the waste, and it says you only have 60 seconds to get across the map, and they do this weird thing in the game a lot where it shows you have a time limit, but then once you get to a certain point, it actually then just throws another race at you, or like get away from this other car. So I thought I only had 60 seconds to get across the entire map, but then once you get around to the Simpsons house, it just basically throws this other alien car at you that you have to get away from. But once you do, you then have 30 seconds to drive the car with the toxic waste into the tractor beam. What happens when you do? Well, let me just show you.
I'm so close. Move. So it actually saved me that... Oh my god, go! Move! I don't give a freak that I'm busted, bro.
Hurry up, I'm missing No Pants Island.
Oh my god. That can't be the game. I can't have just beaten the game. Oh my god. I beat it. I did it.
That fortune teller was right.
I've never seen this cutscene before.
In a spaceship crash.
Dad, I'm really proud of you for rescuing us all from that alien invasion. Dad, your fans want you outside.
Fans? Oh, those fans. At
least our show was a success.
Why did we go to Earth Heaven when we died?
At least we don't have to sit through the stupid video game credits. No!
Oh, yes, dude. Yes.
So, I beat the game. Honestly, it's been like 2 months now since that last clip, and I don't remember exactly how I felt, but I feel like you can probably tell just how relieved I am that I actually beat it. So what did I get out of this little experiment? A 30-minute YouTube video. Nostalgia bait is a huge part of our culture right now, and it's something that people are almost getting tired of because of how much of it there is. But actually taking a minute to sit down with something you loved from your childhood instead of just another live-action Disney remake, you remember why the feeling of nostalgia is so special in the first place. Whether it's a movie or a song or a video game or really anything, I think it's important to cherish those things that you loved so much when you were a kid. Like, it's not good to just live in the past forever, but revisiting these things can sometimes give you a feeling that you just literally can't get anywhere else. Was this game as hard as I remember? Not necessarily. It definitely kicked my ass sometimes, but it wasn't this impenetrable wall that I remember it being. But that just means I've grown, gotten smarter, stronger, physically and mentally, and I've come a long way from where I once was. While on the surface, it might not seem like much, but now, as a 23-year-old man, I can proudly say that I've finally beaten the Simpsons Hit and Run. Or it's just a video game.
Could this new girl be the one to make me happy? Wonder what she thinks of me. Could I chalk it up to